Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy John. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I know we're a little bit late into the watch along, but here we are. Just watching France versus Spain here, the first semifinals of this tournament. Spain leading 1-0 following a penalty situation from Luca Digne absolutely whacking Lamine Yamal in the air. Just like snap kicked him. But was it a penalty? I don't know. It's one of those ones where it's like he was already in the air and he was kind of throwing his body up, and he kind of just got in front of Luca Digne trying to touch the ball down. I don't know if, in my head, if it's such a clear sort of, I guess, penalty. Yeah. Darsh says Barcola is playing good. Ooh. France is going to need more than Barcola. They're going to need more than Barcola to turn up this game, especially with Saliba already out. Oh, a little bit of an error there. Who's that? Unai Simon? Here's Barcola. I mean, not Barcola. Elise. Elise is going to need him. There's a big game for him today. Big game for Elise today. Mbappe needs to enable dictator mode. Damn. That's a foul. Surely a foul. Koundé's going to need to get that ball as often as possible to Elise, considering the fact that Cucurella is booked. We know we're going to need to put that pressure. Orange Man says, dude could have ended his future children's lives if he didn't turn. Josh and Harm in the chat says, I agree, weak penalty. I wish there was a rule on this, but I guess anything and everything is a penalty these days. I know, it's kind of one of those silly ones, in my view. Like, I can understand why it was given, but, really? You know what I mean? Like, I got time for Lamine, but I don't know, the way he went down, like, I don't necessarily think there was that much of a physical contact from Luca Digne. I don't think Luca Digne, Zlatan black belt 3rd degree Taekwondo snap kicked him there. Do you know what I mean? But again, I can't take anything away from Lamine because, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That's absolutely a France throwing right there. Look at all these Spain players. That was clearly the ball was not out of play yet, and he kicked it out. Is he serious? That is a France ball. That is a France ball. GB says that wasn't a penalty, bro. No, I agree. I don't think that was a penalty. Adil says, did you see the Zlatan DoorDash campaign? No, I didn't. My man's cooking with DoorDash too. This guy, I think Zlatan is doing hella brands. Here's Dembele. Here's Mbappe. Digne. Kelly Geary says, first of all, John, congratulations on your journey, man. I see how big you are becoming. Second, I need you to do everything in your power with your connections to get Bellingham to United. First of all, thank you so much. Appreciate you. And second of all, the day I have the influence to bring Jude Bellingham to Manchester United, you will never see me doing a live stream. Here's Dembele. He thwacks it. I'm not sure what's going on. And Dembele and Cucurella having a little bit of a discussion there. And that is it. Halftime. France 0, España 1. Following a penalty that was won by Lamine Yamal before Oyarzabal absolutely buried it in the back of the net. But look, the football is the football, but I just kind of wanted to come and chat with y'all and have fun and hang out and stuff. How y'all been? Everybody been good? Just Sonam says, boring France. You think France has been boring? I thought France has been pretty exciting for me personally. How's everybody been? How's everybody been during the summer? I know we've been upping the frequency of the live streams once again, and I cannot wait for the Premier League season to kick off again. I cannot wait for Manchester United to come back. Today, of course, for Man United fans, for my fellow Man United fans in the chat, pick up yourselves. W's in the chat we got Yuri Tielemans as well. Woo! Let's go! United fans, big up yourselves, yeah? Suraj says, penalty or no penalty? For me, no penalty. I mean, I understand why it was given, but no penalty. I don't like that it was a penalty. Let's say it that way. Black Box Juan says, hey, John, did you like SoFi Stadium? Bro, SoFi was, in my view, of all the stadiums I've visited around the world, a SoFi has to go down as the best stadium overall. Best stadium overall. I think it's my number one stadium, honestly. Like, I'm talking about like all of the categories in terms of the convenience of it all, the accessibility, the technology, the newness of it all. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, SoFi ain't, like SoFi ain't the same level of history as, for example, Old Trafford. But in terms of the overall, like the balance of it all, SoFi's up there with top three. Josh and Harm says, doing great, but John, can you confirm we sent Hong Myung-bo to the school? Man, everybody not having a good time with Hong Myung-bo, huh? He knows he himself is sent away and banished for a little bit. Like, he knows he needs to take some time away from the Korea. That's why I think he went to LA for a little bit. And as much as I'm very frustrated with him, don't get me wrong, it's not nice to see a former player legend, I guess, dare I say, reduced to this kind of situation. So it not make me happy to see this happen. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Positive Shove in the chat says, do you think Elise to Real Madrid will really happen? At some point, I do see Elise leaving Bayern to join something like a club like Real Madrid or even a Barcelona. Ezra 2A says, how do we feel about Tielemans? I love it. I mean, that's what you call a good signing. Do you know what I mean? That's what you call a good signing. Just Up says, what's your thoughts on France's first half performance? I'm not too sure what happened. I think the whole like Luca Digne situation completely shell shocked him a little bit, and it's obviously that worry has been compounded by the fact that one of their best players, really, in William Saliba, has been pulled out due to injury. NTS, thank you so much for the rose. Appreciate you for the follow. Thank you guys so much for following. There's currently over 250 of you guys, 291 at this moment in time checking in. So appreciate every single one of y'all. Black Box One says, I have to make it to Old Trafford now before it's gone. The pressure is on. Absolutely, the pressure is on, my friend. Absolutely. And you have to go visit Old Trafford. If you're a Manchester United fan, I mean, look, it is a luxury in its own right. It is not easy to make that journey up to Manchester. It's a pilgrimage in its own right as a Manchester United fan, But I promise you, that trip will be incredible. That trip will be amazing. Do you know what I mean? Orange Man says, I get my chemotherapy port removed from my chest. Oh wow, Orange. W's in the chat for Orange Man, man. That's awesome. Also, thanks for the hat. I'm proud to wear it and it'll look better this year with a fresh training kit. Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely. I'm glad to hear good news, man. I'm glad to hear positive good news. Felix Villa in the chat. What's going on? He says 5 years to visit Old Trafford. It's gonna take a minute. But I know as difficult as it is, Man United fans, y'all better try and do your best to make it out there before that new stadium comes up. Just One Up says, I don't see France winning from here if Elise doesn't perform. No Elise, no party for Mbappe, and no Mbappe, France not winning. Ooh. I think it is imperative that that front three, especially Elise, considering the fact that I believe Cucurella is on a yellow card as well. I think it is important that they do get that ball to Elise as often as possible. Get him the opportunities. Joshua 45 in the chat says, do you know about David So Dumbfounded, Tim JK Films, Tiger Belly, Bobby Lee, Steven Yeun? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. Absolutely. Adil says, hey, do you remember the 6'5"? Yeah, of course. The Zlatan song? Of course. Absolutely, I do. He's on my screen right now. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he is a Swedish hero. On a free from PSG, he costs us 0. 6'5", he's hard as... He gets the Reds excited. Yeah, you get it. Positive Strip says, I feel like they need Cherky in this match. Cherky would be madness in this game. I think Cherky would be madness in this game. As much as I'm excited about the next 45 minutes for this game, I'm super excited about England Argentina tomorrow. I think the semifinals have genuinely become like, it's come down to this really exciting like conclusion to this World Cup, and I'm so excited. Daryl says, would you like to see United sign Lewis Hall next? How much is he reported right now? Like, how much are they saying? Because I think it really depends on the price. Look, I know as fans, we probably shouldn't really need to be worrying about prices like that, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it is quite prevalent and important in the way we, think about football or the football clubs that we support. Chris Nissen says, thoughts on Tielemans? I really like the idea of signing Tielemans, man. For that price, fantastic. 29 years old. People are like, yo, why would we spend 35 M's on a 29-year-old? Are you kidding me? Yuri Tielemans, wealth of experience already in the Premier League, having played against some astute tactical managers, one of which in Unai Emery, who clearly demands a lot from his players to be sharp up here, to be able to compete and to be able to play with his style of football, the intense football IQ required to play that style. I would take anybody from his Aston Villa squad, honestly. And Yuri Tielemans, one of the best players in that squad. Give me that. Are you kidding me? Give me. Like, we're not signing him to sell Tielemans later down the line in a 10-year, after 10 years, trying to make profit. No, absolutely not. Like, the value that we bring from a Yuri Tielemans is to get the most out of him now in his peak. You know what's been surprising me about the Spain side? How important Mikel Merino has been. Jeez Louise. I mean, the way that he's been getting himself like goals, and are you kidding me? Like, just goes to show how Mikel Arteta relies on him, and I can tell why he is important. Daryl says, Darlow, a great reserve goalkeeper. Nice to see a Welsh goalkeeper in the team. Yeah, facts. Seriously. I don't know much about him, though. I actually don't know anything about him. I've not really had the time to check in. What is he about? If y'all know, let me know in the chat. Put you on skate says, hot take, tomorrow's game will be refed by MLS ref, a referee that Messi has 100% win rate. Oh. Uh-oh. I would love to see United bring Jude Bellingham at some point. Honestly, I'm already over the whole like Erling Haaland to City. Like, I'm already over that. But bro, like, if there's a way we can bring Jude Bellingham to Manchester United, oh my goodness, I will genuinely cry. Seriously. Da, 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 da. Adil says France really needs to step up their game. There's still 45 minutes left of this game, man. It ain't over yet. Samunder Singh says, hey, bro, what's going on? What's going on? H-Us, what's going on, fam? MC Lollywood says, Spain is very tactical. Yeah, they are very tactical. I would get very excited if Kone joined us. I would too. I think I still. By the way, we're far from finished with respect to the transfer window. We still got a lot to do. Don't you worry. Fanny Mag in the chat. What's up? He says, "Okay, John, would you rather sign Bellingham or Valverde? Bellingham all day, every day. Bellingham all day, every day of the week. I would rather sign one Bellingham than 5 Valverdes. One Bellingham all day, every day." Orange Man says, "What's going on this Friday? LFC versus LA Galaxy. I really, really wish I was. I went out there. I really wish I went out there to watch that game. But again, I would love to see Sonny score some. I don't even think he's gonna be returning in time for that game, but we'll see. They're really setting the offside traps well, but a mistake is bound to happen. Were they really trapping like that? I'm not too sure, but either way, France have been good. Don't get me wrong. If you look at France players over the years, especially since the 2008 Euros winning team, like for the past 2 decades, France have Spain over the past 2 decades since the 2008 Euro winning squad. I mean, they've always had a bountiful supply of not like they weren't all like all 20 something weren't world class, but they've always had a solid squad in terms of the quality. And the way that they play football, the way that the Spanish football is played is so well refined that like if for example, if South Korea want to learn how to develop like Spanish football, South Korea needs to send people to Spain and learn the way that the Spanish football sets up their youth, sets up their academy, sets up all of it. Because that is a consistent side that has been constantly generating a certain high level of footballers. You know what I mean? I'm saying it could be said for France. Let's be real too. But I think France has been just a bit of a cheat code. I absolutely love France. Username says, is that a Korean jersey up there? Yeah. You talking about that one right there? Yeah, absolutely it is. And HS says, I found watching Spain so boring. They can win 3-0 and I'd still find it boring. I don't know what it is about with them. I think it's because people just want to see a little bit of that like crash bang wallop. What was it? I can't remember, but crash bang wallop. Sure, I think that's what people want to see. You know, I still think France win this. I still think France wins this. By the way. I like Tiki Taka footy. Tiki Taka is like I don't necessarily think Spain currently still plays like super Tiki Taka, but they are fantastic. They are fantastic. Felix says Argentina and England have both struggled against each team they faced and have been second best at times. Hope Mainu gets the minutes at last. I think Kobe Mainu will get minutes in the final. He actually now that I'm thinking about it, he probably will get minutes in this game and not in the final. The match is about to start here any minute now, and it has begun. Just Sonam says Rodri is still playing top-notch football. Yeah, he is. He's still a quality player. Deschamps looks scared. I mean, he must be feeling it now. He must be surely feeling it now. Not only are they down 1-0, he lost one of his most important players in Saliba. I think one of the things that have worked for France, especially during this World Cup, has been the partnership between Saliba and Upa. I think the balance between the two has been fantastic. I'm not the like don't get me wrong, I think Upamecano is a good I think he's a good footballer, but I don't rate him like that. And I certainly think William Saliba is a way better center back than Upamecano, and that's not to put Upa down in any way, but losing Saliba is a huge loss, you know? And to bring on a LaCroix, as much as I think LaCroix is decent, like, do you know what I mean? He ain't, respectfully, he ain't Saliba. You know what I mean? Mbappe apparently does not take salary playing with France. He just donates. Does he really do that? Adarsh says Upa is class. Don't get me wrong. He's good. Like, he's a good footballer. I don't necessarily think he is, like I said, Saliba level, though. Nathy says, remember when you helped United sign Ugarte? I didn't help United sign anybody. What the hell? Just on up says Nuno Mendes versus Spain, Courtois versus Spain, and today Saliba versus Spain. Orange Man says more of a Dr. Pepper guy. LaCroix is all right. Ooh, a little bit dangerous there. Nathy says, I'm going to post a screenshot of it on your most recent video. Okay. Here's Elise. I don't care what anyone says, but Cabo Verde put up a really good fight against Spain and Argentina. I was so happy for Cape Verde. Not just Vozinha, but I was just so happy for the nation and for my my Cabo Verdean friends who like had the tournament of a lifetime for them. I mean, for Cabo Verde to make it to this tournament and to fight and to show up the way that they have, I mean, it was nothing short of incredible. I was so proud of them. El Toy says, say hello to me. My name is Mateo. Shout out Mateo. What's up, man? Felix says, if France go out, United can intensify their pursuit for Kone. Yeah, we could. But I would like to see France do well. Are you watching on Telemundo? No, I am watching on Fox. That's got to be a foul. No? No foul? What's going on, Katie? Hope you're having a good time at work. Just on up says, bro, Congo was very impressive as well. Yeah, they were. They were. Congo was very impressive. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Play on. Play that. Oh, Mbappe. What was that press from Elise? What the hell was that, Elise? It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming for. Oh my goodness. Yo, this Spain side, they got that Mikel Arteta dark arts football. You know what I mean? It's 141 a deal. For me, it's 4:11 p.m. It's nice to see. It's nice to be watching football. You know, within a relatively, peak time of the day, shall we say. Why do people want us to sign Kone? Respectfully, his injury record is worse than Mace. I love you, Mace, but sorry. Again, it depends on the price. It depends on the price. I asked somebody about the whole situation with respect to how much would they charge us for Lewis Hall. Oh, that's a great ball over the top. That's a great ball over the top. Great goalkeeping. Great goalkeeping, but it's already offsides. Lamine Yamal for a 19-year-old to be balling out like this. Oh, yeah, he's way offside there. He's way offside there. But I think these moments actually help players like, oh my goodness, come on. Oh, Kone, okay. Oh, yeah, man. France just can't seem to. Okay. France are pressing pretty high up the line, but it's just that midfield. Rabiot and Kone. I mean, Tremeni and Kone is just maybe the balance ain't quite there just yet. Quite there. There's currently over 500 of you guys joining us tonight. That's absolutely sensational. Thank you guys so much. France nil, Spain 1. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's a ball getting lively. By the way, that ball. What do you guys think? Do you guys like that ball better or the tree on the regular tree on the ball? Shout out Usain. Oh my god, I just absolutely shout out the homie Usain. Hey, what's up, Adam? He's unbiased. I like the final ball. The final ball is nice. France don't have an all-out forward like a Giroud. I don't think many teams have an all-out forward like a Giroud anymore. And I'm not quite fully sold. Oh my god, Lamine Yamal just absolutely running. There you go, Barcola showing up to defend. What the hell was that? See, whoever said Upa was good, these are the things that I sometimes get worried about. Upa just a little bit lapsing concentration here and there. Remember that season when Bayern had a really difficult period with De Ligt and Kim Min-jae getting benched for Upa. There was always a bit of that lapse in concentration. Joshua says, is shooting from long distance a lost skill now? I believe it's much rarer simply because football has changed so much. And I think a lot of that has to do with the modernization of the game. So much data, so much analysis on what's better to do, you know? France here with some decent football. Barcola, nice work. Here's Mbappe. Here's Boppy. Here's Boppy. Here's T-Money. Takunde. Usman. Wow. Oh my god, this football is. What are they doing today? What are they doing? Is the penalty area too large? No. It's not too large. Yamin needs to hit the gym. There's these kids called, I think they're called like Triple Coverage Sports or something like that. These like 3 kids from the US. They know nothing about football, or so it seems. And it's hilarious because they call Lamine Yamal Yamin Yamal. Their pronunciation is horrendous. And I'm somebody that used to be quite annoyed about pronunciation, especially if you were in the world of football, like as a commentator more specifically. Like you should at least try and know to a certain degree. All right, here's Barcola. Here's Barcola. Here's Barcola. What was that? I told you, I'm not the biggest fan of Barcola's ball right now. He's still young and refined. I don't know why he thought that was a good idea to do that there in front of the keeper. Who do France have? There we go. Give me Doué for Barcola, please. help those kids trying to pronounce the Dortmund 2012 team. Nah, they're obviously doing it for fun, but my point is like I don't know what it is, but like you hear Stu Holden and who's this other gentleman on the Fox broadcast, like he calls Zlatan, he goes Zlatan. I'm like, oh my god. Orange Man says Isho Speed made his name effing up players' names. Yeah, he did. That is true. That is true, and I think that's what these kids are also kind of doing, I guess, in some ways. Doué to Elise to Mbappe goal loading. Yes, give me Doué. One of my favorite players right now. Yes, that's the right sub. That's the right sub. That's the right sub. Barcola is not ready to be a starter for this national team. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. Just needs to work. He's a good player. He just needs to refine his game a little bit more. I don't think he's quite there just yet. Look at Elise. Cucurella doing good work, though. Cucurella defensively solid. Usman needs to push. They need to press here. They need to press here. Usman needs to put in the work. Wow, Spain app. Oh my God, Spain. The way Spain just dismantled that France press, that's the first sign of me getting worried about this game. Oh my God, Pedro Porro just absolutely cooked Doué there. Look at the way that Spain's moving their ball against France, mind you. The France. This is how you know Spain's not here to mess around. Koundé. France really lack a proper 9 like a Benzema. Well, I think a lot of teams lack a proper 9 nowadays. Oh God! Pedro Porro! Spain strike once again. Calamity for France. Oh my days, ladies and gentlemen. France absolutely capitulating today here in Dallas. What is happening to France? What is happening to France? Pedro Porro. What is France doing? Let's take a look at the replay here. I was reading a comment. It's just absolutely Pedro Porro. Oh, who is that? Was that LaCroix? Oh my God. What did I say? What did I say? I say losing Saliba might have costed France this game. San Pellegrino tastes better than LaCroix. LaCroix. Spain, they look different, man. The Spain are just absolutely bossing it today. Spain are on a madness right now. Wow, wow, wow. My favorite player for Spain right now is not Lamine Yamal or anybody else. For me, it's actually Fabian Ruiz. I love Fabian Ruiz. I think he's such a tidy player. But for Pedro Porro, you kidding me? He's having himself a good ass game today. 3 too soon trust. Woo! It's gonna be a mountain to climb for France. Look at Spain. They're looking galvanized. France forwards have been silent. Yeah, and I think starting Barcola was a really bad move. I genuinely think that. And I'm not trying to put everything on Barcola because Elise and Mbappe are, and Dembele too. Like they're having a quiet game for sure. Kubarsi, Laporte, and Fabian Ruiz have been class. They have been absolutely. Bro, I always see you wear the jersey of the team that loses. This ain't even a France kid. Oh, it's just Spain again. Yellow. Oh, offsides. Oh my God. France is getting absolutely skinned alive at this moment in time. Holy crap. Oh my days, ladies and gentlemen. France needs to wake up. I cannot believe the way that Spain are just easily dismantling France right now. That was so close to being 3. Ladies and gentlemen, that was so close to being 3. That would have been offsides. Oh, I'm sorry. That was offsides. Sorry. That's a good call from the ref. But Luca Digne getting absolutely rocked by Lamine Yamal. France might do a remontada. Well, let's hope so. Because I want France to win. France is cooked. Wow. Deschamps looking furious. I just saw the settings for the Sony pop up on my screen. What was that about? That was too light, man. Yo, France, they got to be willing to fight for this game right now, man. They're just like rolling over at this moment in time. France 0, Spain 2 at the semifinals of the World Cup here in Dallas. And there's currently 730 of you guys tuning in tonight. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic. What's today? Tuesday. But Spain have absolutely controlled this game. They are in cruise control, ladies and gentlemen. They are in cruise control, ladies and gentlemen. Artie in the chat, he says, "Hey, John, just came here to say F France. I adore you. Football is winning." What do you mean? What do you mean? Artie, what do you mean by that? They need to change formation. Can't get the front 3 to ball. Yeah, I think the midfield looks a little bit dry at this moment in time for France. Let me see who's the options on the bench for France right now. France still have 2 more substitutions. Only two. Damn. And Spain have not used a single one just yet. Oh my goodness. This is not looking good, bruv. I think France definitely need. Oh, here's Mbappe. Oh, he wins a corner for France. Is Cherokee the game? Is this the game you bring on Cherokee? I mean, yeah, I think this is. But you have to save one of the subs for Luca Digne though. But if you bring on a Digne for or Theo or whoever, like right now, that don't look too good. This is not looking good for France. This is not looking good for France right now, ladies and gentlemen. Ola Vibe says, "I personally prefer France versus Argentina in the final." Same for me. It was mad funny. You saw that? Infantino looked upset, and then he started smiling when he saw the camera show up. I wanted to see a France England final, but I now think it'll be a Spain England final. Were they booing Jerry Jones or were they booing Infantino? Oh, you see, this is not good from Kone. Look at the midfield right now. Like bringing off Rabiot, as much as I'm not a big fan of Rabiot, he does provide a level of stability to this France side. Okay, here's Usman to Mbappe, lays it off to Kone, Doué to Digne. Yamal has been ghosting for most of the game though. Well, I don't know about ghosting though. I think he's been cooking up Luca Digne here. Mbappe! Oh my days! So close from Kylian Mbappe. Oh, that is a corner from Cucurella. Oh, it had to be Cucurella. There's still a bit of time for France to make a difference, but I think that first goal has to come now. That first goal from France has to come now. Doué. Nice little feint. Good work. Good idea. Oh, it was just a little bit cleaner. Doué still. To Elise. Digne. Good bit of football from France. Oh my God. Did they not have anybody else better than Luca Digne? Maignan off the line here to head the ball. What a Mike Maignan. Big up, Mike. Here we go. What? Oh, Dictator Mbappe is not happy. Dictator Mbappe is not happy. That is offsides, though. That is offsides. For Lamine Yamal, that is offsides. I can't wait for the Premier League season where my feed is always seconds before John's. Yeah, we're going to fix a lot of things this season, all right? Including the studio. Before the new Premier League season, we're going to redo this room. So y'all stay tuned for that, okay? Here's Spain, though. Here's España. France is looking so tired and unenergetic. They definitely look tired. I think France look more tired than Spain. Oh, Koundé has been just hacking all day. Koundé, Jules, come on, broski. Koundé needs to be better. Like, he's been getting baited into these fouls all game. All game. Bina has just been baiting him in. Hydration break here. France 0, Spain 2. The French fans are not happy at all. I mean, if you look at the Spain side, though, it's pretty decent if you think about it. Like that midfield of Fabian Ruiz, Dani Olmo, and Oyarzabal, that's not a bad midfield three. Oh, sorry, not did I say Oyarzabal midfield? I mean Fabian Ruiz, Dani Olmo, and Rodri. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Cucurella, Laporte, Kubarsi, Lamine Yamal. This is a pretty decent side, you know. Like, this isn't a side. Maybe it's not as sexy on paper, but I'm telling you right now, France was always going to have a difficult game. But I just didn't think they'd be turning. Like, they didn't. Like, France look like they're not up for it right now, dog. Spain is the better team today. Absolutely, I do think Spain is the better team. Spain system versus France vibes. Do you really think France was that bad? Look at here, hydration break. Timothy Chalamet talking to David Beckham. Fantastic. Two people that I absolutely love. I knew it. Theo Hernandez is coming on. And Ryan Cherky, the two substitutions coming off right away. Didier Deschamps going for it. Here comes Ryan Cherky. Digne needs it. Is it Digne or is it? Was he wearing a United top? Nah, he wasn't. No. I thought that too. I was like looking for a split second. I'm like, is that a United player talking to him right now? I knew it. Digne coming off, but Elise coming off as well. Wow. Confirmed John works for FIFA, saw the script. But I think Theo needed to play this game. 100%. It's got to be a foul. That's a foul. As much as I do think that maybe keeping on Elise was probably the better idea, I also still do think that France need to change things up. Like they need to shake things up badly. Deschamps trying to galvanize his boys now. Here we go. Spain making their first change. Ferran Torres coming on for Oyarzabal. France are gonna need a. Oh, that's got to be offsides though. That has to be offsides. I guess not. That's offsides. I think France need a miracle at this point. Credit to Spain, they've been incredible. Absolutely, HS. Absolutely. France have about what 20 minutes tops to make something happen here. Cherky has an opportunity to make a name. Like, ooh, he about to make a name for himself. Like Cherky has an opportunity to make a name for himself here. Like if he gets like, oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Ah. Elise forgot how to play today. Chouameni shouldn't have started. Well, what are you gonna do? You know, I don't think Chouameni was all that too bad. Here's Timothy Chalamet, one of my favorite young actors of his generation. He's showing love for France. I can't remember what kind of connection he has to France. I think he lived there for a little bit. I can't remember. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Timothy Chalamet supports That's a foul. That's a foul on Mbappe for sure. Doesn't he support Saint Etienne, if I'm not mistaken? Deschamps is fuming. Yeah, Saint Etienne. Yeah, I remember now. Deschamps is fuming. Lamine Yamal just got absolutely none of the ball there. Tried to big bro Kylian Mbappe, and he got none of the ball and all of Kylian Mbappe. And it will be a France free kick. France have an opportunity to do something serious here. Turkey. Feints. Dembele. Oh, they do get a, what is it? What is it? A foul? I believe that's a, is that a foul? I couldn't really tell what happened there. Oh, wow. That's what I'm trying to say is France are not going to have many opportunities like this. He needs to be able to capitalize. My thing is delayed. Sorry, let me try and see if I can refresh it real quick. Try and pick up the speed here a little bit. All right, well, I think that's the best I'm going to get because I just refreshed and it's the same thing. Ooh, double change in midfield here. I think Spain is just trying to lock it down in midfield. Comes on Pedri and Mikel Merino. If France doesn't get at least a single goal by the 80th minute, I think it'll be over. I think Spain will win at that point. As much as I like Kone, I just don't think he has enough mobility as a midfielder. I need to see a little bit more. It's a little bit sluggish for my liking. No! Ooh, Ferran almost got one again. Deschamps is sweating. Deschamps is sweating, and it ain't because of the Dallas Heat, y'all. España brought that caliente with them because he is freaking sweating. What's up with Chelsea always having like a decent Spanish fullback? By the way, what's up with this old cortisol stuff? What is that? What is that? If I'm Manchester United, I don't think we sign. That's a foul. I don't think we sign Kone. I like him as a midfielder, but from a profile perspective, I don't think he'll keep up with the Prem, in my view. I like him, but I just don't know if he has it. For me, I would much rather prefer we sign somebody like I mean, if we can get a better price on Baleba now, like I don't think he was worth 100 M's, but if we can get him for like 50, 60 tops, I'll take him. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Here's Hernandez. Wow. That was a great cross in terms of the pace, but there's nobody there in the box. This France side certainly looks too sluggish. Kone's also injury prone. Yeah, I just don't think he has the like he doesn't have the immediate acceleration off the rip for me. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'll pay 65. Like, give me 65 for Baleba. Oh my God. This is not looking good for France, bro. I just genuinely think at this point in time, like, France need to. HS says, John, not intentionally trying to glaze, but you look younger than when I first started watching you 8 years ago. That's the best comment of the day. I don't care about the World Cup. I don't care about France. I don't care about Spain. That was the best comment. Thank you. If we were in Harry Potter, I'd give you 50 points to Gryffindor if you were in Gryffindor. You know what I'm saying? This is it. That's it. Sharky, that's a great ball. He's got to finish. Desiree has to finish. Oh my God, I can't believe Desiree Dewey didn't finish that. He kicked it straight at the keeper. Oh, Sharky showing the impact, but you had to take, Cherokee, you had to take that right away, man. No. It's not about, he tried to get a little, he tried too much there. Did I say, Dewey? Here's Mbappe. Here's Mbappe. Lays it off. Tchouameni. Here's Kone. Here's Koundé. Oh, Spain. Panic a little bit. France need to capitalize in this moment. Here's Theo Hernandez. Here's Lamine Yamal coming to defend. Here's Dewey. Dewey lays it off to Theo. That has got to be a corner. That's got to be a corner. That's got to be a corner. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there. Unai Simon making a big deal out of it. Unai Simon making a big deal out of this situation. There's absolutely nothing there. Let's take a look at the replay. I might be absolutely waffling. There's nothing there. Nothing there. He got to the ball first. Unai Simon, he's overdoing it. Nothing there. There's nothing there. Look at him begging it to the keeper. Look at him begging it to the referee. Nah, that's too much. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. Nico Williams is set to come on here for Spain. Ray in the chat says John looks younger because his degree antiperspirant keeps him cool and refreshed. Shouts out to Degree. Shouts out to Rexona, yeah? And shouts out to all of y'all. By the way, like, y'all might have noticed that throughout this World Cup, I've been posting a lot of videos, doing content with a lot of the brands. Yeah, especially on Instagram and TikTok in particular. And if you guys have been watching me and you guys have been liking those videos and you guys have been leaving comments, I just want to say thank you guys so much, because you don't even know how helpful those things are, you know? I mean, I would hope and pray that you are entertained by the videos that you watch and it brings you some sort of benefit to some degree. But either way, if it doesn't and you still just support my videos because, you know, you support me and my journey, I just want to say thank you guys, honestly. Alex says, you look younger because United are back. Carrick ball. I'm still thinking whether or not I should go, whether I should go to the preseason tour. United are going to be keeping it close to Europe this time around, which I think strategically is a very good idea. "83 minutes here. France 0. Spain 2. Can France find a way back into this game? I don't know at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted France to win, but I think Spain might do it. And I also don't know about y'all, but my stream, my feed is going absolutely crazy right now. Who do you want to sign as United 6? Bro, I wouldn't mind a Baleba at this point. I don't think Kone is the right profile. I don't think he'll do it in the Prem, in my view. Don't get me wrong, I think Kone is a good player. This France side just looks a little choppy. Okay. Like, I would love Tchouameni too, by the way. United fans who wanted Tchouameni, here's a glimpse. Although one performance doesn't tell the whole story of the gap that becomes apparent when a team dominates a possession up front. I think Tchouameni's good. I would like to take Tchouameni. With respect to Lewis Hall, how much would he cost us, though? You know what I mean? How much are we being linked with him for? We definitely do need depth, 100%. And I do think Lewis Hall also is a little bit more versatile in that department. France need to be sharper here. Like they're not getting these down. They're not going to get many more opportunities here. Like these kinds of like when you get free kicks in these areas, you have to do it. 65 or 60 for Lewis Hall. Theo has been very good since he's come on. Oh my God, I think this is over. I actually think Spain is done. I think actually Spain is going to make it to the final. Oh, Mbappe. Oh, Kylian, come on, man. He's booked. Nah, you expect better from Kylian there. You think Ryan Cherky should have started this game? Maybe. But it is disappointing to see the way that France have played. Look at the French fans. They are absolutely shattered. France has to give something to these fans, man. They gotta. There's gonna be enough extra time here for France to do something. Like they still have time for this, you know. I actually think Koundé could have done better here today too. A great football here from France. Here's Cherky. Great work from Cherky to keep the ball in play. Here's Dembele. Gets it out to Doué. Doué's got the overlap there. Opts not to use him. Oh my God. And he does win the foul. Is it a pen? Free kick or a pen? Oh, I think it might. Yeah, just on the edge of the outside. Okay. Wow. If I'm France, I am doing everything in my power to get something out of this situation because they have to score off of this. France has to score off this. Mbappe, does he go for it on his own? Yes, he does. Oh. Killy. Yeah, it's over for France, I think. They needed to score one there. They needed to score one there. Ooh. Nothing there. France keep going. Still France. It's going to take him a miracle for this. Cherky, great football. Oh, no, Cucurella. Oh, wow. Cucurella. How is he? Well, he's having a masterclass of a game today, ladies and gentlemen. The cross comes in. Kone brings it down. He needs help. 7 minutes of stoppage time here for France. Here's Theo. Cherokee lays it off to Kone again. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be over. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be over. Cucurella having a masterclass right now. Literally shutting out France's top front three ballers. It's over, I think. Unless France somehow come up with a moment of magic. Which I think is hard to... I find it very hard that they're going to be able to pull that out now. Mbappe should not be up there on his own. Like, somebody should have already been up there. Look at France. I mean, look at Spain, man. Look at Spain. They are absolutely sunning France right now. Oh my God. They are toying with France. This is, ladies and gentlemen, I think it'll be Tiki Taka versus fish and chips. Five minutes left here. Nice work from Lacroix. Tchouameni. France at least need one. If they want something out of this, they need at least one right now. They need at least one right now. Over the top. Gets it to Mbappe. Mbappe. He's got two on him. He's got Cucurella. Too much on him. Too much there. Too much. Tiki Taka is absolutely making fun of France right now. Literally. I genuinely, ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be. No, you don't have time. Kone does not have time to be sitting on top of the... Look at Iker Casillas, Carles Puyol, Sergio Ramos, Xavi. Love to see it. Look at Spain, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be Tiki Taka versus fish and chips. No, Spain absolutely lickle-mend. Like Lil Broad. France here. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. You talk like Upamecano. Those are the moments where you... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Nico Williams just absolutely rocked up. They need to go. They need to go. France needs to go. France needs to go. There's no time. Gotta run. Why is everybody dejected? Why is Koundé got his head down? Ah, this is 3 minutes left. Here's Mbappe. Here's Boppy. Here's Cherokee. Here's Cherokee. Usman! Oh, it's over. It's over. This team's done. It's done. I am so disappointed by what I have watched tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am so disappointed by I'm struggling to come to terms with what I have watched. The young France, the young girl there is crying. This is absolutely shocking. France looked lost. France looked shell-shocked. Like they've been Lil Broad off the map. Zidane needs to take over the team. They don't have a midfielder. Well, if Zidane takes over as a manager, what do you expect him to do? You know, it's just not unless Prime Zidane comes back and laces his boots. It's a different story. Turkey's still not. He's not quite ready yet. Like Turkey gets overhyped because of his dribbling and like. Don't get me wrong. He's a phenomenal player that like takes players on. Don't get me wrong, but he's still far from being anywhere near like consistently lethal. Here's Lamine Yamal. Here's Lamine. That's straight up foul. I don't know how the hell the referee didn't call that. That's hilarious, by the way. Here's Kone. Here's Doué. Great diag. Switches it up to Usman. There's not a single France player in the box right now. Not a single player. He's Usman. He's going for it on his own. Goes for the shot. This France side is there no answers. Here's Kone. Plays on. Here's Doué. Doué lays it off to Mbappe. Mbappe over the top. I think the last 4 shots from Mbappe have went over the top. This looks like it is over. What a shocking turn of events here. Mbappe has had an absolute stinker of a game today. Mbappe has been cooked. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. France are done. This is over. Spain absolutely dominated them. Spain, only for the second time in their history as a nation, will make it to the World Cup finals right here in New York, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Full time. Don't tell me anything about Spain not having good enough of a squad when compared to France. Because they clearly have enough to absolutely play France out the freaking park. Lamine Yamal and Spain advance after a masterclass of a performance. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't even care about bets or anything like that. I just genuinely wanted France to go to the final. But it will be Spain in the final. I get to watch Fabian Ruiz, my favorite Spain player in that squad right now, ball out. But that is it. Full-time whistle at Dallas. France 0, Spain 2. Spain with a masterclass. Absolutely Lil broing France out the map. France, from start to finish, have looked shocking today. I cannot believe it. And Nathi here says Rodri showed why he's a Ballon d'Or winner. Rodri was sensational today. If you're a France fan tonight, you are shocked. If you're a France fan tonight, you are shocked because there's no way that they just watched France play the way that they have played. That is absolutely shocking from France today. You expect more from France considering how incredible they are. And I've been rooting for France as well, but that was not good enough. Ray says, man, what a stressful game for the French fans. Thankfully, I keep my cool because I use degree antiperspirant. Oh, God. No Elise, no party. I think Elise, Barcola, Mbappe, Dembele, everybody. I think everybody had a shocking game today. I think everybody had a terrible game for France today. And the fact that I think Saliba going out to injury, I think that made a big difference. Deschamps consoling his players there. But what do y'all think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think it'll be England versus Spain, or do you think it'll be Argentina versus Spain? I personally will be rooting for England. I would love to see England versus Spain. Thaddy Maggie says they played through them centrally, and that was horrible. So much space between the back line and midfield for Spain just to take long siestas. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If y'all are talking about signing Kone, I think this game is a perfect example of how maybe we need to think twice. I think as much as Kone is a good player, don't get me wrong, he just does not have the pace to keep up. The way he was running, I don't know. Do you think England would win? I would like to see England win. It would be nice to see England win. But don't get me wrong. I love football, and it's nice to see the way Spain have been absolutely dominating. They just little broed France off the map. Like, I don't know if France, like, they had a bad plane flight. They had a bad flight. I don't know if they didn't get enough rest. I have no idea, but they clearly looked like they were not on it. Like, they weren't on it. The way Spain just little broed France off the map today. Look at the control. Look at the. Did you see that? And there was a moment where it was a 4v4 press, and Spain just rondoed as if it was a training session. The press from France, look, France definitely looked like they were tired. Something happened. Maybe they ate something badly. I have no idea. But the way they lacked the intensity, they made Pedro Porro look like a baller. It was crazy. Anati thinks it'll be a Spain versus Argentina final. Wow, wow, wow. That would be insane. That would be insane. Absolutely not signing Kone. He's a carrier off the ball. This was just horrid. Yeah. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not blaming just Kone. Absolutely not. He's a good player, and he certainly needed more help from those around him. But clearly, it wasn't it, especially when the pace came at him. The physical pace, all of it just... When that pressure came towards that back four with the DM and Kone shielding them, they look shell-shocked. They look shell-shocked, y'all. Ray says, I know people will say that France was terrible. I think it was more Spain's game plan was amazing and stopped the French attack. Spain was comfortable always, but they looked as much as you say what it is, didn't they look way too comfortable? Spain looked way too comfortable. Spain looked way too comfortable tonight, y'all. Like they just little broed France off the map. That ring was closing and Spain just kept them out. It said, stay away. It was crazy. Mickey says, was Spain so good or France just terrible? I think it might have been a little bit of both, man. I think France they weren't on it today. France was not on it today at all. It's crazy. I think so. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's where we're going to call it. I'm going to wrap it up here today. I will be back tomorrow to do another live watch along for the England Argentina game. That should be super fun. And I'll come live quite early for that one. Yeah, we'll have a good time. Hydration breaks are breaking momentum. I think hydration breaks are breaking momentum for some and helping others in other cases, you know. Apargito said France cannot create anything in the final third. Yeah, they look lost, dude. They just genuinely look lost. Thaddy Mag says, the commentator said this and I resonate with it. Not having Saliba push the entire backline lower, increasing the pace for Spain to run in, space for Spain to run in, and France with more space to cover. Yeah, no, I get that. But LaCroix, as much as LaCroix tried his best, and Upamecano is just like playing without Saliba was always going to be so incredibly difficult. Pedro Porro was the man of the match for today's game. That is crazy. Don't get me wrong, Pedro Porro is a decent player too, but you like the way Pedro Porro looked like an absolute boss today is insane. Cherky should have started the match, in my opinion. Who would he have started the match ahead of, though? You know? I actually think if he started, France would have had to change the way that they played, because it would have had to be Barcola that needed to come off, in my view, at least. Eric says Hernandez should have started too. He came in and controlled Lamine Yamal. I agree. Don't get me wrong. Like, Luka Digne throughout the entire tournament has looked somewhat stable. Like, I just think he got cooked. I think Lamine Yamal absolutely cooked him. Danny Maggie says Porro is Spanish Trent, bro. What do you mean? He has always been good. He just played for Spurs, so we never get to see it. Oh my God, I can't believe you just called Pedro Porro the Spanish Trent. Swangino in the chat, what's happening? Swangino says, flashback to March. Saw Pedro Porro at a cafe in Madrid. Told him he'd score at a World Cup. He manifested it. Oh, interesting. So, Swangino, did you cause this to happen? Okay, Swangino. What a flex. He said he was in Madrid chatting with Pedro Porro. I see you, Swangino. Apargito says Spain was tactically perfect for this match. They were. You think Cherky deserved full 90 minutes? I don't know. I'm not quite fully sold on Cherky just yet. Pedro Porro is boss. Y'all be rating Pedro Porro heavy. Okay. Eric says Jose is the only happy person because he gets his Real Madrid players early. Yeah, I guess. Only a few days early, though. Let's be real. Yeah. I just genuinely think Pedro Porro ain't all that. Like, don't get me wrong. Pedro Porro is a good player, but the way that he looked like an absolute monster this time around is insane. I mean, he's great at crossing, can't defend for his life. That's Trent. Yeah, I guess. Next to World says every team I support ends up losing. Well, I mean, I'm not wearing a France kit, but I did think that France was going to do it today. I was rooting for France, and they just absolutely got rocked. Achi not available says Pedro Porro big club move incoming. What is Achi, by the way? Is that just a name? Vicious better than Dallo. Oh yikes. Okay. All right, let's talk about Tielemans. What a signing. We will definitely have a stream to talk about Yuri Tielemans and all the stuff about Manchester United very, very shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United are coming back very soon. Yeah, don't you worry. We're almost there. The finish line's almost here. This Sunday will be the final, and we're back into Man United in football, just regular football mode, not World Cup mode. Bobby did not have a decent chance except for the early run. I also do think, to be fair, that because the game was lost in midfield for France, I just genuinely think that France just could not get the service to their front men. Ahi means brother in Arabic. Oh, cool. I'm learning some. Is it Ahi? I wanted Porro when Amarim was still here for right wing back. He's an Amarim player, played at Sporting for a few seasons. Yeah, well, that ain't happening now, at least. Francis Tunchi says France has a very poor midfield. I was hoping for Cherky to change the game. Cherky is a very rubbish player. I mean, to be fair to Cherky, he came on quite late into the second half, you know. I think this is a good place to leave it. I have to go finish wrapping up the video for this game today. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have fun. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll come back a lot earlier tomorrow for the England-Argentina game. That should be so much fun. That should be so much fun. Eric says, bro, you need to feed us about what is going on with the South Korea football situation. Give us updates soon. I will most definitely give you guys a full update very, very soon. Yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll give you guys a full timeline breakdown of all that's been going on with respect to South Korean football. And of course, we'll chat some more. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys drop a like, share the video. And if you guys are interested, leave a comment as well. Thank you guys so much for everything. There was over 1,000 of you guys joining us across the interwebs tonight. Absolutely legendary. Yeah. I still have a dream that hopefully I can make it to the final, but if I don't, it's cool too. Don't you worry. No worries. Yep, that's it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support as always. Make sure you guys check out any of my new content coming out. And of course, like I said before, all of you guys that have been liking all my videos and sharing all that good stuff, I'm so grateful for all of y'all. I can't thank y'all enough for all the support you've been showing me. Like, y'all been making fun of me about, well, I don't know if you guys making fun of me, but y'all been, especially Ray has been talking about the degree, all the videos that we've been doing. It's been very amazing to see. So thank you guys so much. Yeah, make sure you guys drop a quick little like, hype the video before you leave, yeah, on your way out. Thank you guys so much. Be happy, be healthy, take care of all your loved ones, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace!